Welcome back, everyone. Today, we have a fascinating discussion lined up about becoming a high-value woman who attracts a godly man. It's a topic that's close to many hearts, so we're thrilled to have Lisa with us today to share her insights. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here and dive into this topic.
Absolutely, Lisa. So, let's get right into it. We often hear the phrase, high-value woman, but what does that actually mean? Is it all about looks, status, or something deeper?
That's a great question, Daniel. When I talk about being a high-value woman, I don't mean someone who's perfect or has it all together. It's about cultivating an inner strength, confidence, and self-worth that comes from knowing who you are in Christ. A high-value woman is someone who has a deep understanding of her worth and doesn't settle for less than what she deserves. It's about building a life that is aligned with God's purpose for her and being a woman who radiates that inner peace and strength.
That's a really powerful definition. So, if someone is wanting to attract a godly man, is this kind of confidence and self-worth key to making that happen?
Absolutely, Sarah. A godly man is drawn to a woman who knows her worth and isn't afraid to live according to her values. When you're secure in who you are in Christ, you're not desperate for validation or approval. You're living a life that honors God, and that's incredibly attractive. It's like magnetic, people are drawn to that confidence, especially men who share the same values.
You mentioned values, Lisa. Can you talk a little more about that? What kind of values should a high-value woman embody, especially if she wants to attract someone with a strong faith?
Yes, values are so important. A high-value woman understands the importance of integrity, kindness, and compassion. She's someone who is grounded in her faith, who prioritizes her relationship with God above everything else. That doesn't mean she's perfect, no one is, but she strives to live out biblical principles in her daily life. A godly man is looking for a woman who is not only spiritually mature but also emotionally healthy and wise in how she handles relationships and life challenges.
That's such a great point. So, it sounds like this kind of inner work is essential, growing in your relationship with God, developing emotional intelligence, and being true to your values. But, is there anything women should actively be doing in their lives to embody this high value?
Yes, absolutely. There are a few practical things women can do to become the kind of woman who attracts a godly man. First, invest in your spiritual growth. Make time to read the Bible, pray, and reflect on what God is teaching you. This builds your foundation. Second, develop your emotional health. That means learning how to set boundaries, communicate well, and heal from past hurts. Third, take care of yourself, physically, emotionally, and mentally. This is about nurturing your well-being so you can be your best self. And finally, have a clear vision for your life. Don't just wait around for a man to complete you. Live out your purpose, pursue your passions, and follow God's plan for your life.
Wow, so it's really about living intentionally and being a complete person first, right?
Exactly. A high-value woman isn't waiting for someone to come along and make her life meaningful. She's already living a full life in Christ, and a godly man will see that and want to be a part of it. It's about creating a life that reflects who you are in Christ, and when you do that, you'll naturally attract the right kind of man.
I love that. It's not about finding someone, but about becoming the right person. Lisa, what would you say is one of the biggest mistakes women make when it comes to relationships and attracting the right man?
One of the biggest mistakes I see is women thinking they need to change who they are or lower their standards to get attention or approval. I've seen women compromise their values or accept less than they deserve because they fear being alone or think they're not worthy of a godly man. But the truth is, when you know your worth in Christ, you won't settle. You'll wait for someone who aligns with your values, who respects you, and who wants to build something beautiful with you. It's about trusting God's timing and His plan for your life.
That's such great advice. Trusting God's timing is so important, especially in today's world where everything feels so rushed.
Yes, absolutely. Trusting God's timing allows you to be patient and content in your current season, while also preparing yourself for what He has in store. And remember, the goal isn't just to attract a man, but to attract the right man, a partner who shares your faith and your values and is going to help you grow closer to God.
I love how you emphasize this deeper, intentional approach. So, Lisa, how would you encourage women to keep the focus on their own personal growth while waiting for the right relationship to come along?
I'd say, focus on living your best life in Christ, regardless of your relationship status. Pour into your community, serve others, pursue your goals, and stay connected to God. It's so important to be whole in Christ first. The right relationship will come when it's meant to, but your value and identity should never be wrapped up in a man or a relationship. When you're living fully for God, you'll attract someone who is aligned with that same purpose.
What a beautiful message, Lisa. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us today. I think a lot of people are going to be encouraged by this conversation.
Thank you. It was such a pleasure to be here and share these thoughts. I hope everyone watching feels empowered to become the high-value woman God created them to be.
We'll be back again tomorrow with more topics, more inspiring conversations. Don't forget to tune in. Stay blessed and remember to live godly.
Thank you very much for supporting my channel. God bless you.